Hello, all. I want to talk about the entrepreneurship and the ethical and social responsibilities of entrepreneurs. This is one of the entrepreneurs, and this person, his name is Martin Shkreli, and he has done crazy things. One of the things he did was that he went, many of you might have heard about, EpiPens, the ones that the people who are allergic, have to buy to use that EpiPens, just to make sure that they don't, pass out. And, some one kind of companies that made, something that the patients desperately need. And if they don't get that medicine, they would die. And each medicine, the worth of it, you had to pay, let's say, $50 to buy one of those pills, for example, or one of those shots. He went and bought that company. As soon as he bought it, he jacked up the price to $3,000, from $50 to $3,000, because now he's the owner, with some other investors, jacked it up to 3,000. He became a very rich person. But the people, the Congress, the people said, hey, you bought a company and then you changed the price from $50 to 3,000, and these people are dying. He came and said, hey, this is a free market economy. I can jack up the price. No one, can tell me what, I decide to sell. Therefore, this is an issue of, it's a kind of issue of unethical behavior of, the person. Maybe he got away with that thing, but later they found out that not only that, he had used some unlawful activities, misrepresented, the organization, the company to raise capital. He was involved in other unlawful activities as well. They got him and they sent him to jail eventually. Anyhow, the purpose of this chapter is to train entrepreneurs to be responsible people. Those entrepreneurs who are responsible, they are working with, ethical values. They can do much better than, others. And their businesses can become more profitable. It is not just entrepreneurs. It is about every manager, every business owner. The business owners, the managers who work ethically, and they are responsible, socially responsible, they do much better. They can make much more money, and they can make their companies more profitable, and they get the respect of their employees, customers, clients. Therefore, the people who try to cheat, not to pay taxes, illegally, and it's good not to pay taxes, but it has to be legally. That means as a good manager, you will try to save as much as you can, but everything should be legal, and not only legal, it has to be ethical. Many things are ethical, but might not be illegal. Suppose this person bought the company, the medicine, which was $50, jacked it up to 3,000. He said, I haven't broken any law. I can set up any price that I want for my medicine. The company is mine. And, therefore, you have to be careful when you are involved in, working, as a manager or as an entrepreneur. And this is an interesting chapter of, entrepreneurship and corporate culture. CC, corporate culture means that one company might be very responsible, it's a culture. One company might be nice to employees. That's a culture of the company. Another company might have an open, discussion policy. Another company might, use employees to engage them into managing the company. These are different cultures that, you all need to know as entrepreneurs. And you have to watch, be careful about legal issues as well, to know about legal. These are what the, entrepreneurs are supposed to know about the fraud, antitrust. Of course, this comes usually in bigger companies. Contracts, intellectual properties, and employment laws. That's why you all, took business law. Here it talks about, intellectual property. This is the bottle of Coca-Cola that it came with this, and got a patent for it to make sure that it remains as its own. Therefore, these are, you have to be aware of these issues of, copyright laws, intellectual property laws, Therefore, and here is the logo of McDonald's. You cannot start a company and put the logo of McDonald's for your own restaurant. You already know about these things. And also here, you will see these are the acts of the Congress. This prohibits, attempts to monopolize. I think, one of the issues now they are discussing is Google trying to monopolize the search engine. Therefore, many years ago, Microsoft was trying to monopolize everything. And the court came and gave a warning to Microsoft. If it had not given a warning to Microsoft, maybe 30 years ago, 25 years ago, we didn't have 30 years, we couldn't have a great company like Apple, great company like Google, because Microsoft could take over everything. Before that, 100 years ago, IBM tried to monopolize. If it had done, we could only have one or two technology companies called IBM, nothing else. Because of these, laws of monopoly. Anyhow, as a small entrepreneur, sometimes you don't need to necessarily to be about monopolizing, because when we talk about monopolizing, usually it is taught at a larger scale, and price fixing. Price fixing, Clayton Act, price fixing is that, let's say we have two gas stations, for example, across from each other in Moorfield. Then this gas station, the owner cannot go and talk to the gas station across from the street and say, let's jack up the prices, by 20 cents, both of us. Because if we do that, both of us make good money. By 50 cents. It's illegal. This gas station cannot go and cooperate and collude with the other gas station to jack up the prices. That is unlawful. And prohibits unfair business practices, encourages the developments and information. And this is by Doyle. Therefore, these are things that you entrepreneurs are supposed to be, aware of, know about these policies, these acts, and then ethic issues, fairness. You have to know about all these social responsibilities of the companies. Some companies are not, responsible. And they have to be, responsible in legals. They have to comply with rules and regulations. In financials, when they want to make profits, they have to, these are they have to go with what the shareholders are expecting from them. Therefore, these are the issues you have to be. These are some companies got themselves into trouble. You have, heard of, suppose one of the problematic issues was the issue of this British Petroleum. Suddenly, one of its ships, suddenly, because of some issues, suddenly dumped a lot of oil in the, ocean. It caused disaster. And someone had to clean it, and it's not easy. Therefore, these are things that companies have to be careful and have to be responsible. There again, some companies, some of things can happen by accident, but some are intentional. Many of you have heard of Bernie Madoff. This is a person who used Ponzi scheme and got $50 billion from the investors, and just, it was a crook, went to prison, and he eventually died a few years ago. Therefore, these are the responsibilities of the companies. And then if I click here, and you will see what the values of your company is. You want to start your own business, you have to be compliant, and you have to act ethically. And you have to create a workplace that is, ethically excellent. And then these are the things you have to concentrate. This is an interesting chapter, and I will send you the website of an organization called Ashoka. It is in California. I want you to read that, about that organization, to learn about it, because one day you might decide to start your own business. And then a kind of, social entrepreneurship. The meaning of social entrepreneurship is when you are trying to solve a problem of the community or, society. For example, you come to Moorfield and you see there are homeless people all around Moorfield. You need some business ideas to see what you can do, what resources there are to solve the problem of homeless people in the state of West Virginia. In order to do that, you have to come up and use your managerial skills, finance, manager, legal skills, to see how you can get this organization, this business started to help, usually to help to solve a problem. You come and see that the water in the rivers in West Virginia are polluted and the fish is dying. Therefore, this is a problem and you try to solve the problem. Therefore, the concept of social entrepreneurship is not necessarily thinking about making more and more money. One of the goals of social entrepreneurship is to see what they can do to solve a social problem. You see, the people are not good in math. Therefore, you come with the idea that you want to start some organization, some business to solve the problems of math at high schools in West Virginia. That is called social entrepreneurship. Some organizations are there to help you and they provide you mentoring. They might provide you even financing. If you have the idea, think about it. I'll send you the link to Ashoka organization, which is in California. And of course, that is a kind of very powerful, I would say, very solid organization with many important people behind this, because these people who are running that organization want the people to solve social problems. That's why they are rich people, although they might not put their own money, but they are business executives with significant experience and connections in the government. If they see someone so serious trying to solve a problem, they say, contact us, bring us your idea. If it is good, we will support you, we will help you. I'll send you the link to Ashoka. Go ahead and read and learn about it. If you have any questions,